Please remember to hit the like button, share the live. Don't keep this to yourself. Alright? Blessings. Let's get into it.
Sit up. You know, God, the Bible says, pray the people that go to church for prayer. Then go into the temple, go pray and say, God, we need help. The people that come against we. And we don't know what to do. But we are upon you. Help me. 1, 2, 3, jump up and shout, Jesus! Jesus! Sit up! Me say, after this, Jamaica shall know there is a God in this country. After today, the news shall read, corruption revealed, organized crime revealed, political order revealed. Huh? Huh? I'll reveal to me. There are Chinese people carrying container gun. I give black man to shoot them one another, to take over the country. Yes, sir. And then I tell them, the Chinese are hiring Jamaican men to kill Jamaican men who own businesses and places. And you think they're rob and kill? It is a setup, organized murdering of our people in order to take us down and to come in and say we can't manage our country and we can't run, so them have to come run it. There is going to be an attempt to take over this land because they're setting us. Come on, we can't work. Somebody say can't work. Can't work. At the count of 3, jump up and say, help us, God of Jehoshaphat. We need help. 1, 2, 3, shout, God of Jehoshaphat, we need help. We need help. Generator power.
People now hear this.
We're closing for lunch.
2 years ago, this enough.
Generator power.
Now hear this. My God.
Hallelujah.
Whoa.
Sit down. Today's the 10th day of April.
10th of April.
10th of the month.
2 years ago.
We're not joking. We're not playing. God's still in control. Jehoshaphat said, hear us and deliver us. Because we cannot help ourselves. We are helpless in this case. We are surrounded. So if you not going to help, we're dead. The Lord said to the prophet, tell the man of God, the battle is not, it is the last. Stand still and see what God is about to do in this country. Somebody said after today, he said tomorrow. He said tomorrow. Watch what God is going to do. Listen to your ears tomorrow.
Welcome TikTok, welcome YouTube.
Hello.
It's a revelation, a serious.
It was an Easter Monday like this. Red day, I don't forget when I write in here and draw the plumb line. And tell us, say, the woman, we go to China. At the time it was your prime minister woman. Is going down fast. After that Easter Monday, she lost every single election and disappeared. The last thing we hear this week, and every know she come back as she in a hospital. You know, you're nothing about her. From that the time till now.
Whoa.
They rush her out of Jamaica. Because they never want Jamaican people know that she gone sick, mad, head now. Today, the 10th day, I am back with a brand new release. Put a stop order on Jamaican.
Sharon, what's up? How you doing?
Anybody that is responsible.
How you doing, Sharon? Big up yourself, big up yourself. Good to see you, good to see you.
Against Jamaican people, they shall die sudden. They shall assign this new release. Put a stop order on Jamaican disorder. Anybody that is responsible, assigning contract and receiving debt payment against Jamaican people, they shall die sudden.
Whoa.
They shall not enjoy the payment.
2 years ago, yes, you had some chores, alright? What do you think
From
there?
top to bottom.
Start the life early. That's all the thing to do.
I, Prophet Mark Stewart, declare all those who are responsible for the death order in Jamaica, they shall be slaughtered. Dead before this. I prophesy they shall be confused, taken out, sudden sickness, death, state funeral. They will never enjoy the divination money. The payment what they get to kill off Jamaican will bury them. It shall give them a state funeral.
Hey.
I prophesy. Rise up. If I am Mark Stewart Jehoshaphat, the prophet of this time in this country, if my mouth not big for nothing, I'm gonna stand up on the rock for nothing. I prophesy and declare a big man, a politician, a responsible civil servant in this country, a woman and a man in a parliament, they shall die. The money that they collect to wipe out, to change the law and connect, they shall die. Prophesy, major.
I hear this.
Prophesy, prophesy.
2 years ago, this now.
Since you want we dead, gotta go kill him. The Bible said, when Jehoshaphat reached the war, the whole of them lied up on the ground.
Lorraine, what's up, Lorraine?
The whole army who come up against them, when they reached the war, they found them dead.
How would the compass there ask forgiveness?
There, Jamaica will hear, we found a politician.
Hey.
Rank and file, order, dead. Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Try connecting that.
Ambushment. Those who sign Chinese contract, Illuminati contract,
hey,
Bill Gates contract,
hey,
they shall be found.
My God.
Major prophesy.
Must me hear that one here? Wow.
Die by fire.
Wow.
And that's a prophesy again. I hear the Holy Ghost say, it was an Easter Monday like this, red. You prophesy. And Jamaica don't want to see that your prophecy came true. The woman burned cabbage. The woman had to disappear. She lost everything and have to leave. She was taken out and taken down. Now I prophesy again on the 10th day, same Easter Monday. Right there, so in a breakthrough. Mark Stewart again. Prophesy one more time. This government running this country, one by one, you will see the hand of God on the wall. They will go down. 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 Who don't like it, untouchable?
Oh man. General serious.
Yes, sir. Prophesy. They are viewed in the eyes of God as a bunch of Canaanite, Perizzite, Amorite, and Jebusite. And because they are getting ready to sign international contract to change Jamaica into a sodomy, God says, I will. This battle is not yours, it is the Lord's. Never fight that one here for Jamaica. Anybody sign that order and touch that book and change that law, they shall die. Die.
Wow.
Prophesy, Major. Christine Hewitt and Asafa. You remember them? They on CBM TV. I discuss church and pastor.
I do.
And she said, burn out every church. Burn out the pastor then.
I do.
Burn everybody. In less than a month, she was burned beyond recognition. Asafa was found dead and chewed on like dog.
You listen to this one?
You remember? You remember on
No, me I talk about this all live.
So burn beyond recognition.
2 years ago.
Supreme Central
Chinese.
bring gambling past Sunday. And one Sunday, he head up for Andrews. And the Holy Ghost talked to me and I say, a big man in this country is about to die. And before 10 o'clock, I declare it. And when we heard the news, the Supreme Venture man.
So, him say, the Chinese is giving guns to men in the country. To kill off the black people them. So the country can destabilize. So they can come over, can take over the running of the country. And he must say, he never call her name, but he say a mama people talk uncle female prime minister that say she signed something with the Chinese them and that's why she gets sick.
Yes, you might know about it.
You understand? Right? That's why God remove her.
Yes.
So when it commands to God, you know, they always step on God's side over everything. From God move you, that means say you do something you know to do. You understand what I say? When chastising Boa. They know same thing they do with Pastor Peter Chambers who this is about them a chastise say. God word, them man, you can't go around that, you know. God word. So you all hear what talk about people that talk about wish bad fit. Andrew know what him do. No wonder him and his wife come on TV, but them ask for forgiveness and I repent. When me I listen to Mark Stewart on this, at first me really listening good enough. Big up Sassy D. And she send me and say, and she called me this morning and she said, Bolo, you're listening something but you're not listening something. You brush over this something. And Sassy might all listen to me now, vexing me now. Worse, she tell me, say, oh, she said the people need to hear this. So I'm recording it and I'm going to post it because I don't want Sassy vexing me. And secondly, I understand why now she was so adamant in having me go over this. This is not the main reason why I'm live right now. This is part 2 of me going over Andrew on its budget. You understand? I'm going to touch upon some critical things with what me hear Ralston Hyman say as well on the Colin Bell show. You feel me I deal with? And you know, before I'm going no further, let me just get this out of the way. You know there's something wrong with Andrew HOLNESS though? Let me tell you something. If you don't know there's something wrong with Andrew HOLNESS. Alright, let me tell you. You see when you listen to this, when I heard this come from what's she name? Anissa Belrose. I was watching her earlier. Big up Anissa Belrose. One of my sister that for the app. You understand what I say? Big up Anissa Belrose. Much love and respect. All the time. Make sure someone go over there. You subscribe to Anissa Belrose. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me just play this phone because this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Hold on a moment. Hold on a man. You're jumping good in a man. Listen to this. I want to be speaker. You know, so I go down a digital. I don't like how my speaker sound. Hold on there. Wait. No, man. I'm a brand new phone this month. I'm not supposed to have that issue here. Unless the audio that was sent to me is bad. So let me just go on Twitter and go up on the Observer and find this original audio because an Observer is part. Andrew HOLNESS have some new agencies and so on board or whatever when put out. See? So let me hear what I'm going to say. Let me see. You say what? Budget debate plan for Port Antonio. How this go? Establishes fast Jamaica drive investment. Sorry. Un momento, por favor. Don't worry, my pause the general pause the recording and everything. That I'll get back on track. It's a new feature on OBS that I'm very happy about. It really gives me flexibility to go and look for the actual sometimes certain things pop up in my mind. I mean, if you go search feed and add it to the reaction, and I think it's gonna enhance my reaction and have them more crisp. You understand? Oh, I think this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's listen to this.
On elsewhere to countries that are simply more nimble. We cannot allow this to continue. Too often, promising opportunities have gone elsewhere to countries that are simply more nimble. We cannot allow this to continue. We are advancing two powerful and complementary reforms. One focused on how we build infrastructure and the other on how we attract and accelerate transformational private investments. NARA will have special powers, that is the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority. Will have special powers to accelerate development approvals as well as
why
procurement.
Why them on Naki bench? All of them over there clowning, you know? Why them on NARA not even established? NARA will have. What? After 6 months, NARA is supposed to be the driver of development after the hurricane. And NARA not develop yet. How it going to develop anything if it's not developed? Why not the bench? It will be promises.
Enabling the execution of resilient infrastructure projects at a scale and speed this country has never seen before.
More promises. Than how Antonio are doing. No more promises. We haven't seen him done anything in any scale that has never seen before. That is positive for the country. They haven't done anything upon Canal Regional Hospital. Even in urban center where they are built. What have they done that has put the scale that we have never seen before? They don't have that track record of building nothing. Him have the new social housing program. How long it take him to build? Him claim to say he might give 70,000 home. I know when I see 20,000. Over a 10-year period. You know how much house PJ bill, man? Affordable housing, as a matter of fact. Trust me, today is going to be a good class, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around, like and share the video.
Madam Speaker, NARA will turn a crisis into an opportunity for Jamaica. We will use a similar model for NARA called JAMROC. That is Jamaica Reconstruction and Resilience Oversight Committee. And I'm pleased to announce that JAMROC will be chaired by Professor Peter Blair Henry, a son of Jamaica. A complementary reform to NARA addresses the investment attraction problem. We will introduce a new framework called FAST Jamaica, the Facilitated Acceleration of Strategic Transformation. This will be part of our national growth inducement strategy through investment. FAST Jamaica will establish a dedicated pathway to fast-track strategic priority investment projects critical to Jamaica's economic transformation, particularly those with an investment value of US $1.
Mark Bolin over there shaking like, yo, is this dude serious? What is he talking about? What does this have to do with how we build back better than before?
$150 million or more that can commence implementation within a year and could be integrated into the NARA network of projects. The framework will focus on projects in sectors that will shape Jamaica's competitiveness, and we're looking at areas such as energy infrastructure, digital infrastructure and telecommunications, logistics, air and seaports, water, sewage and desalination, low-income housing and urban development, high-value tourism including wellness, medical and sports tourism, entertainment and the creative industries.
Did this man just say health? Yo, what a piece of bangaran.
STEM education and research, specialized healthcare, high-value agriculture and agro-processing,
Specialized healthcare.
advanced manufacturing, and critical minerals, including rare earth elements.
But me not hear what she talk. Let me listen back again. Me not hear what she talk about yourself.
Too often, promising opportunities have gone elsewhere to countries that are simply more nimble. We cannot allow this to continue. We are advancing two powerful and complementary reforms. One focused on how we build infrastructure and the other on how we attract and accelerate transformational private investments. NARA will have special powers, that is the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority. Will have special powers to accelerate development approvals as well as procurement, enabling the execution of resilient infrastructure projects at a scale and speed this country has never seen before.
Teresa, big up yourself.
Madam Speaker, NARA will turn a crisis into an opportunity for Jamaica. We will use a similar model for NARA called JAMROC, that is Japan's Transformational Private Investments. NARA will have special powers, that is the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, that allow this to continue. We are advancing two powerful and complementary reforms. One focused on how we build infrastructure and the other on how we attract and accelerate transformational private investments.
Well, the headline says HOLNESS names Rebuild Oversight Body, ROB. Like some robbery go on, you know. It look like some robbery go on Jamaica. Let's continue. We move on from that. Move on from that there, man. No, sir.
O'clock, I declare it. And when we heard the news, the Supreme Venture man. You remember? You remember? Put on Portia. And he's about to act again. He's a prophesy again. You don't believe me?
So all they say Mark Stewart,
the political
PMP
leader.
All them try to tie Mark Stewart to PMP.
We cannot touch them.
And the man declared that about
Because
Portia.
they're under.
I know him declare about Andrew. So why am I false prophet now?
But the Lord
Dog, me am gonna supper in the living right. Dog, me am gonna supper. Get it at the right now.
Because they are risen up against my people. And most importantly, they have risen up against the church.
Same prophecy I come to for Andrew, yeah?
We touch God. Sorry, we did one done already, but I hear him say, Easter Monday, one more time, my son. Prophesy again.
They are rather. God now play with this nation. That me know
like
better.
Scared.
No leader from this nation is supposed to
look like me talk with water in my mouth.
No.
Look like me
we call it Baphomet and this.
My word.
And sign up on no Baphomet. No leader in Jamaica is supposed to do
repeat
that.
itself.
In a one God-fearing country.
Zion.
They mean this a rock where God built theme church, man. Come like when I eat that.
If God is for us,
Dog, me am
who
then
can be
supper.
against us? God bless you. Mark my word. Somebody say, I have registered.
I have registered.
I am here.
I am here.
I heard it
I heard it
in my own ears.
in my own ears. Yes,
God
sir.
bless you. Two things are we close. On the 10th day of the 4th month, I need 40 people.
When you say Anthony, that be a roll out like a carpet. My God.
Bam, bam, bam. Really good. David dance. David. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 Mystical power, Landa Basaya, send it back, every harder, turn it back, send it back, reverse, send it back, reverse, send it back, bam, bam, bam. There's no mystery. There's no mystery. We have mystery.
All right. We get that message there, so I will share that. Let's go to this, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's what the virgin name again.
Because me just say all of what me say a while ago, me can't get the Prime Minister passing grade, so.
6804707 Obi, what did you hear from
Obi. This at the end, but him say something right there, so me don't want to miss none at all. Zine, me don't want to miss this Obi say as none at all. As a matter of fact, I want to put that point up on my TikTok. Because that one is serious. This a point that we make serious. Listen to what I say about Andrew Holness budget speech, ladies and gentlemen. Something definitely wrong with the audio what she sent me, because it just go up on YouTube a while ago on YouTube loud, so nothing wrong with my speaker. Something wrong with your audio. See that? Something wrong with the audio and my speaker. Come here, I wonder how I go on, you know. My goodness, what is happening now? Thank you, woman. I appreciate it. Very, very much indeed. Alright. Oh gosh. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, on the Colin Bell show, Obi said this. Listen to this. He was asked a question by Colin Bell. Listen to this.
Come on, God.
Yeah, man. 876-804-7072. Obi, what did you hear from the Prime Minister that can grow the
At you, big up.
I didn't hear anything, Colin, that can grow the economy, and that's where we are, because we had actually said to the Prime Minister that we need to basically say things that can really grow the economy. I don't know if the camp that will be built over there in Rockford, if that construction will be enough to basically grow the economy, but that seems to be one of the big ticket items that the Prime Minister is relying on. The other thing, Colin, is that, as I said some time ago, that I expect that what the Prime Minister is going to use to get a quote-unquote forward in this presentation was the PNP legacy, which was the NHT, and he played true to form to that. Although he continued to talk nonsense about Michael Manley and the PNP and so on, the truth is that what is the shining armor in his presentation is the National Housing Trust.
Yeah, man.
Jamaica, what an excellent point by Obi. You have to call him Obi-Wan Kenobi like in the Star Wars. Obi-Wan Kenobi, a powerful Jedi. What a strike in the heart of the JLP people. The main source of this man's presentation was the NHT. Michael Manley, them still a live off of Michael Manley and I try to put him down. What a thing. And Andrew Holness is such a sly devil. He tried to insinuate that somehow one of the, I think it's the NHT program, was conceptualized really by the JLP, and then him suggested Michael Manley stole it from them. The audacity, the sheer gall of this individual. But what can you expect from a man like this? This man is a con artist and a gimmicks and a clown. Stargirl, big up yourself. Blacker, big up. Atu, big up everybody upon the live. Antonio, Zine, Sharon. No man, but seriously, ladies and gentlemen, the NHT is a key factor in them budget. They are still living off the backs of the PMP's programs that them put in place. Most of the fund them waste them use are the PMP. Talk to me nice in the comment section. No, look at you. But they have to make that point, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I tell you, Obi.
Yeah, man, you're right, man. Spot on.
All right, we have a caller. Caller, go ahead.
And apologize afterward for talk.
Your followers them carry anything you say, and that them run upon them. How dare you come to the parliament with a hot bad mind? What is that about, Prime Minister?
No, hear me I say. Ladies and gentlemen, I said this on my live yesterday and I recorded it. Big up yourself, Sparky. Colleen, how you doing? I recorded it and I put it out. And at the time, I didn't hear anybody else with the perspective because I just didn't hear. I didn't get to hear. But I was listening to Atta for the press. And thank you, Sparky. And Dre Bryan, in general, was saying the same exact thing that I was saying. The labor right them are dunce. It is the perfect hat to give Mark Golding. Anti-bad mind. Me not tell him if you accept no gift from Andrew or any of the labor right them. Don't accept none Marky G. Zine. But anyone should do this on TikTok as well. Yes, I should make this point. Hold on, let you know. I should make this point. I really should. Alright? So ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something to you. Andrew HOLNESS coming to Parliament and I run gimmicks about anti, bad mind, at and what? The PMP slogan about love. And Jamaica, let me tell you something. Me hear Jerry Bryan say this, but after I said it on my live last night, I heard him say it. I thought nobody else caught it, but he did. Big up Jerry Bryan. You're telling me that the dunce them don't know say anti-bad mind means you're not bad mind? So, Andrew HOLNESS throw Darrell Vaz on that bus, you know. All this time, Darrell Vaz run a campaign against the PMP and Mark Golding. See a bad mind and bad mind. Why them ask the relevant question them to hold them accountable. Them take accountability and turn it into bad mind because they don't want to be held accountable and they want to trick the little bird brain people them out there where follow them and die at it. Yes, you have bird brain. If one thinks that was a disrespect to Mark Golding, it was really a disrespect to Darrell Vaz and on the entire party. Uno dance. Uno is dance. The man them have clean heart and anti-bad mind upon the heart. That is the perfect cap for Mark Golding to wear because he's not bad mind. Because anti-bad mind mean not bad mind. Anti-Christ mean not for Christ. Anti-bad mind mean not for bad mind. Clean heart. Him have a clean heart. That's what I saw on the side of the cap. Clean heart. So, who came up with this rubbish of a gimmick? Furthermore, you know say, blind and follow blind. Smarty fool give Andrew HOLNESS that hat. And him run with it. So I saw him fool. Eh? I saw Andrew HOLNESS fool. That him make a fool, turn him into one bigger fool by giving him an anti-bad mind hat. When him did look on the hat, him never asked himself a question, but hold on. You probably need to change this, you know, because a bad mind need to depend on not anti-bad mind. You know, sister, the whole of them dance. And of them who vote for run the country. Uno see say we in a trouble. Uno see say we in a serious trouble. These are the people that is supposed to navigate us through a time like this where there's war in Iran, oil prices are go up and there's no end in sight to that war. And them are going to tax the hell out of we and not listen to the People's National Party and implement other ways how to get the funds. You can't stay there. One bag of dunce in a JLP. One bag of dunce. From the Prime Minister go straight down, the whole of them are dunce. All of them. No apology, Jamaica. Them are dunce. Them dunce, man. I couldn't believe. I said, go yeah. I really this them come with. I'm like, man, what? Gimmicks gone wrong, bro.
Bad mind hot. Marsh, you hear me now?
Yes, hear you good now.
Yes.
Good now. Yeah, man.
So you were saying?
So the
If you want
yes,
to
Connie, I
take
heard it.
Has resulted in economic benefit to billion doing it.
Oh, somebody explained it already.
Yeah, man. So our brother came on and told us that his father lose a building, man. Tell you what the building, which part of Kingston the building there. Because what the man is saying, you know, when the bank them get locked down for a while, there was no way to pay the loan if you want
to
pay.
I heard him.
Yeah.
I heard him, Khalid. I heard him. Yes,
So-
yes.
So, you know,
So-
but Marshall, we're going to give
But
somebody
these
a chance,
people here,
right? We're going to run.
just one little thought. If certain people who attack, them interest rate did go up and rent. They would not run up and down all over the place and have to rent different places to broadcast from. Like on.
Later. 876-804-7072. We're waiting to be joined by Ralston Iman to take a deep look at the Prime Minister, and here he comes. To take a look at the Prime Minister's budget presentation. Teacher, morning.
Morning.
How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, man, we're good, man.
Nice. Happy to hear that. So,
Yeah, man.
before we go to the Prime Minister, just give us a rundown on the week that was.
Well, the dollar closed at $158 and change yesterday. Bank of Jamaica mopped up 20 billion during the week. And then we had the presentations by the leader of the opposition, which focused on fiscal policy. That is how the government get the tax to run the budget. And the opposition leader, again, made it clear that if you are going to collect taxes more, you have to collect it from those who are not paying, because if you collect it from those who are paying, you're only creating a greater burden. And he suggested some ways.
Like and share me like. Verna, what's up?
Yeah, then we have the
Pure
Prime Minister's presentation that we're going to talk about now. And we told you that the Prime Minister would be speaking longer than everybody else. We'll be making a whole lot of cheap points, a whole lot of promises, and a whole lot of misleading information. Yeah? One of the biggest misleading piece of information the Prime Minister made to the Parliament
Listen to this.
was in trying to...
No, man, go ahead, Raleigh.
Yeah, was in trying to justify the termination of the Cuban program. And we stress that we are operating in a different international environment, so you can keep the 1970s and the rhetoric. And this is the first time the government's foreign policy has resulted in economic benefits to the country, which is a total lie, or if it's not a lie, he's telling them he really don't know about the history of Jamaica, and that is bad for the Prime Minister. So for example...
Mighty, una hear that, Jamaica? All Rasta man if you call him a liar. And if it's not a liar, him don't know nothing about the history of the country. How can you be a Prime Minister and don't know nothing about the history of the country? Any one of them, body know. Is either incompetent or you one liar? I've been saying those are the two options of the Jamaica Labour Party. When me come to my conclusion board. Incompetence and then just lie. PR government, love run narrative. Fully done, Sharon. You don't like and share the video. Fully done.
Example, the relationship that we have with the Chinese now, which bring a whole lot of economic benefits, infrastructure, the ports and all of that.
Let me go back to this, because that point is too serious. Let me slow it down as a matter of fact. Listen to what Ralston Iman said, Jamaica, because may I tell you, the man make some salient points, Bridget. Boy, big up the teacher, yeah, man. Yo, big up Colin Bell Show. People make sure to go subscribe. You understand? If me not watch Colin Bell Show, I have to watch replay. I'm gonna favor idiot. I have to watch replay.
International environment, so you can keep the 1970s and the rhetoric. And this is the first time the government's foreign policy has resulted in economic benefits to the country, which is a total lie. Or if it's not a lie, he's telling them he really don't know about the history of Jamaica, and that is bad for the Prime Minister. So, for example,
listen to this.
the relationship that we have with the Chinese now, which bring a whole lot of economic benefits, infrastructure, the ports, and all of those things. It's Michael Manley that went to China in 1990 to re-engage China. Michael Mann was the first man to recognize the one China policy, while the JP administration, of which is a member, supported the Taiwanese people. They never supported the one China policy. And we are now reaping significant benefits from the relationship with China.
Yes.
Additionally,
Jamaica, when you hear that, the JLP government, they support the Taiwanese. Michael Manley have vision. That's why we never perish long time in our country. Thank God for Michael Manley. The man said the Chinese them are the better partner. We are going to benefit we the people. And we still are benefited from now. As much as how we have the issue them already. What we have, the country has benefited from the partnership with China. And that's the facts. Look for the numbers them. You can't go around it. I think we could get a better deal in some of the negotiations. Yeah, I think we could get a better deal. Honestly. But we have yielded crazy development from the Chinese. That's a fact. Can't go around it. What's up, Patsy? But listen to the next part now. And Michael Manley do that, where we still earn from and a benefit from now. Listen to this now.
Relationship with Venezuela was again initiated by Michael Manley, Carlos Andres Perez. We got Portmore to Venezuela, and the problem that this Prime Minister's administration created in 2008, which is a mismanagement of the global recession.
Before I'm going to global recession, we got Portmore from Venezuela. We built Portmore because of Venezuela relationship. Who knew that? Let's continue. Listen, teach.
And the jump in oil prices after the Iraqi invasion, it is Venezuela that helped us out. The biggest economic benefit that we got is that the current trajectory that we're on now in terms of our relationship with the multilateral agencies and the reduction in the debt was due to our relationship with Venezuela, which allowed us to, one, get the oil to run the economy, so whenever the balance of payments completely destroyed, if the balance of payments is destroyed, the country is destroyed. Additionally, after the Prime Minister party got the country locked out of the international...
So Jamaica, the sweet oil deal that you got with Venezuela, the sweet oil deal, it really benefited us tremendously. We could not have navigated that space and time economically without that sweet oil deal. It took a lot of pressure off of us. So we could have this relationship with these multilaterals. So Andrew Holness wants us to believe that having this type of connection with these communist countries is a negative. He's a liar from the pits of hell. The data does not support his argument, Jamaica. He's being debunked in real time by the historians, the economic historian, Mr. Ralston. I'm going to go look up that. Look up the sweet deal we get with Venezuela. And you can ask any economist what that meant for us in that space and time. Andrew Holness is a deceptive serpent. I don't have no respect for him. I'm too lie. I don't like liar. I don't like liar. I don't trust a liar. And this man is supposed to be making decisions on behalf of all of us. It's very scary to think that, this is who is making decisions for all of us. Very scary, Jamaica. We in one dark place with this man, man. Dark place. I tell her that. Let's continue.
Capital markets. That's the biggest thing the country is destroyed. Additionally, after the Prime Minister party got the country locked out of the international capital markets, that's the biggest thing. So when Prime Minister said the tech we're getting from the multilateral community now, if it was for his party alone, we wouldn't get any because we're locked out of the multilateral community because of the mismanagement of his party.
If it was for
Yeah?
You hear that? So everything that Andrew claimed that is a positive, his government is not the father of it. When you hear Mark Bulling, the song was say, when them brought down, we are gonna build back. Ladies and gentlemen, the evidence is resounding. I be a brought them man I brought down Jamaica. I be a brought down Jamaica. Rotted, boy, me I tell you, I'm on the rough. P brought down Jamaica. And the PMP have to pick up the pieces. Picking up the pieces. Rastafari said Britain handed Jamaica to America from when Jamaica was seeking independence. Please research these deals and treaty.
party alone, they would even be talking to us.
Precisely. So I want the people to understand that. So Venezuela sold us 3 billion in debt for 1.5 billion. That's a massive economic benefit.
My
and
God.
because of that massive benefit from Venezuela, why it could bring down the debt to GDP ratio and now become the best friends of the multilateral agency. He never had anything to do with that. He was part of the team who got us locked out of the multilateral system. Yeah? So that is foreign policy. Yeah?
Raleigh, you mentioned Venezuela gave us Portmore. What do you mean?
It is Venezuelan money that built Portmore. On a collaboration with the Michael Manley administration.
What babes, man, eat soup.
Teacher in class.
Those are massive economic. Those are massive economic benefits. Yeah, we were locked out of the multilateral community between 2012 and 2013. The joke is the multilateral community was when Jamaica is going to fail. The Prime Minister was an important part of the administration that got us locked out of the multilateral community. So he
was leader of business of.
He might try to fool people when I read. Why go and chop down? Powell big up. What? Alright, so Powell is a labor right. So Powell, you know say you dunce. One mark on the hat. Me just start about here a while ago. I think I posted it. I'm not even going to tell you. See there? We just posted it a while ago. See there? Yeah, man. Go and go listen to that. One mark on the hat. Anti-bad mind. Uno fully done. But uno want one of the bad mind cap. And that's no company internet to talk about when people are talking about how the man them actually navigate the space with proper foreign policies that benefited us at $3 billion. I'm going to play it back, you know. Because, Sharon, more want this for soaking, you know, because now some real dunce, you know, man. I own all back the country, you know. Right? I own all back the country, you know. Big up yourself, Rastafari. I own all back the country, you know. We understand the prophecy them. Wait, farmer say they everywhere, man. They're on the 2 channel them. You're good. Yes, you go on the work. But I'm gonna play it back. But yo, $3 billion debt. And they bought it from us for 1 billion. That's huge. Big up Venezuela. That's huge. How do we turn our backs on partners like that? No, I'm telling you, you see Jamaica reputation. If I was a country that me and Jamaica did have good dealings, the way I see this government navigated this Cuba thing, I would never trust Jamaica again. I wouldn't want to have anything to really do with them. In depth. Trust me. No, big up Venezuela. I swear, 1.3 billion for $1.3 billion debt. Come on, man. Stop it.
You was leader
Government
of government
business.
business in the house.
Yeah. So who is he trying to fool? So most of the economic benefits that we're getting now
It's
was
because
from
of the
foreign
PMP.
policies
Yes.
that was developed by Michael Mann and People's National Party. Total lie.
My general.
I'm going to take this call and then
That is it.
look at what the Prime Minister spoke about on Thursday. Did he hit the right note? But Mary, go ahead.
Yeah, morning, gentlemen. You know something, Colin and Watson, of all the
Interest rate did I go pan rate.
Has resulted in economic benefits to the country, which is a total lie, or if it's not a lie, it's honest. And we stress that we are operating on a whole lot of misleading information. Yeah? One of the biggest misleading piece of information the Prime Minister made to the Parliament was in trying to
No man, go ahead, Raleigh.
was in trying to justify the termination of the Cuban program. And we stress that we are operating in a different international environment, so you can keep the 1970s and the rhetoric. And this is the first time the government's foreign policy has resulted in economic benefits to the country, which is a total lie, or if it's not a lie, he's telling them he really don't know about the history of Jamaica, and that is bad for the Prime Minister. So, for example, the relationship that we have with the Chinese now, which bring a whole lot of economic benefits, infrastructure, the ports, and all of those things.
Yes.
It's Michael Manley that went to China in 1990 to re-engage China. Michael Mann was the first man to recognize the one China policy, while the JNP administration, of which he's a member, supported the Taiwanese people.
Yeah.
They never supported the one China policy. And we're now reaping significant benefits from the relationship with China.
Yes.
Additionally, the relationship with Venezuela was again initiated by Michael Manley, Carlos Andres Perez. We got Portmore to Venezuela, and the problem that this Prime Minister's administration created in 2008, which is a mismanagement of the global recession, yeah, and the jump in oil prices after the Iraqi invasion. It is Venezuela that helped us out. The biggest economic benefit that we got is that the current trajectory that we're on now in terms of our relationship with the multilateral agencies and the reduction in the debt was due to our relationship with Venezuela, which allowed us to, one, get the oil to run the economy so we never have the balance of payments completely destroyed. If the balance of payments is destroyed, the country is destroyed. Additionally, after the Prime Minister party got the country locked out of the international capital markets, that's the biggest thing. So when Prime Minister said the help we're getting from the multilateral community now, if it was for his party alone, we wouldn't get any, because we're locked out of the multilateral community because of the mismanagement of his party.
That's right.
If it was for his party alone, they wouldn't be talking
That's
to us.
right. That's right. If it wasn't for the Andrew HOLNESS party, because he was a senior member of that party at the time. As a matter of fact, when Bruce Golden had to go because of the the Dodo situation, and he had to resign, Andrew HOLNESS was the one that took the helm. That's how big he was. You understand? Andrew HOLNESS had the position that Floyd Green have now. Yeah. He was dealing with the business of the house. So talk to me nice. Venezuela gave us the opportunity to have that relationship, that good relationship. And I'm going to research something you just said a while ago. Hold on. Let me get back the terminology. Hold on.
Capital markets, that's the biggest thing. So when Prime Minister said the help we're getting from the markets, is destroyed, the country is destroyed. Additionally, after the Prime Minister party got the country locked out of the international capital markets, that's the biggest thing. So when Prime Minister said the last of our relationship with the multilateral agencies and the reduction in the debt was due to our relationship with Venezuela, which allowed us to, one, get the oil to run the economy so we never have the balance of payments completely destroyed. If the balance of payments is destroyed.
All right. Google. Hold on. How is the balance of payment important? No, sorry. How important it is for the balance of payment to not be destroyed in an economy? Should I ask about that payment? A balance of payment is how a country tracks how much money is coming in and going out. Learn what makes up balance of payment and how it works. Alright, let me see. Balance of payment made simple. Alright, so I have all of this. I guess this is as simple as you can guess. There are some basic rules governing how entries are records in balance of payments. A credit entry is recorded when transactions give rise to a receipt by domestic residents from a foreign resident. The receipt itself may take the form of an increase in the resident's foreign asset or balance of foreign currency. Whatever it forms, the receipt is recorded as debt entry. Conversely, any transaction that gives rise to a payment by a resident to a foreign resident is recorded as a debt entry. The payment that results from this transaction is recorded as credit entry. Oh, the double entry approach can be demonstrated with some hypothetical examples. Let us assume Alco, a mining company in Jamaica, exports US 2 million worth of bauxite, and Jim Peck's, a company in the United States, pays the bauxite company by depositing 2 million US to Alco bank account. Table 1 shows the entry that would made in Jamaica balance payment. Alright, and exports, so you have transaction that gives rise to receipt, financial account receipt from exports or increase in claim. It goes on to say exports will appear as credit entry, right? So that means you owe me because they give rise to receipts from abroad. The receipt, which represents a claim on non-residents, appears as debt entry in the financial account. Conversely, imports of foreign goods and services will appear as a debit in the balance of payment, as these transactions give rise to payments to the rest of the world. The corresponding payments which results from the increase in liability to foreigners are recorded as credit entries. To illustrate, let us assume Jamaica imports US 150 million worth of oil. In the balance of payment of Jamaica, see table 2, the oil import is recorded as a debt entry, as it gives rise to a payment by a resident to a non-resident. The corresponding payment which results from the increase in Jamaica liability to foreigners is recorded as credit entry. So, it's a recording system, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's what I'm understanding from this. It's a recording system. So, balance of payment is very important in terms of you having good credit around the world. You can't go around owing countries and companies for asset that the government should pay for. And what Mr. Rastanaiman is saying is that if we did not get that deal from Venezuela. We could not have navigated bringing down the debt to GDP, all these austerity measures, because the debt to GDP, inflation and everything, the whole economy was in a space where Jamaica desperately needed that room to grow the economy or get the economy back to where it was before. Let's say that. To have the economy recover. Because you can't have a good relationship with the multilaterals if that balance is not balancing. So when I send somebody some things from Jamaica as a company, in their log it's a debt entry, in my log is a credit, so they owe me. At the end of the day, when you compare the debt to the credit and you match the thing them, it will go balance off and say, yeah man, you did pay what you're supposed to pay. So it's an accounting system, and it's important that those things are balanced, because obviously if you're not paying your debt, you can't get good credit, Jamaica. If you're not paying your debt on time, if you're not being fiscally disciplined, fiscally responsible, you won't be able to get credit. Credit runs the world. Plain and simple. I hope I made sense. That's my understanding. Alright, you guys can go read it up for yourself. Let's continue.
Agencies and the reduction in the debt was due to our relationship with Venezuela, which allowed us in the biggest crisis after the Iraqi invasion. It is Venezuela that helped us out. The biggest economic benefit that we got is that the current trajectory that we're on now in terms of our relationship with the multilateral agencies and the reduction in the debt was due to our relationship with Venezuela, which allowed us to, one, get the oil to run the economy, so whenever the balance of payments completely destroyed, if the balance of payments is destroyed, the country is destroyed. Additionally, after the Prime Minister party got the country locked out of the international capital markets, that's the biggest thing. So when Prime Minister said the help we're getting from the multilateral community, but it was for his party alone who would get any, because we're locked out of the multilateral community because of the mismanagement of his party.
If it was for his party alone, they wouldn't be talking to us.
Precisely. So I want the people to understand that. So Venezuela sold us 3 billion in debt for 1.5 billion. That's a massive economic benefit. And because of that massive benefit from Venezuela, why we could bring down the debt to GDP ratio and now become the best friends of the multilateral agency. He never had anything to do with that. He was part of the team who got us locked out of the multilateral system. Yeah? So that is foreign policy. Yeah?
Raleigh, you mentioned Venezuela gave us Portmore. What do you mean?
It is Venezuelan money that built Portmore.
Jamaica. So the relief that Venezuela gave us, not only did it substantiate our reputation with the multilaterals, so we could have one, that was good, and so we could access the money. This is all Michael Manley, you know. This is all decisions of Michael Manley. So when you hear Andrew Holness coming to Parliament and chat foolishness, rub him out on the social media page. All I know on TikTok and have a social media page. Rub him out. Find this clip on Portland Spice TV. This was 6 hours ago. Today is Saturday. Find this clip with Rasta man explaining what he explained about Venezuela, our debt, our relationship with the multilaterals, and all I have to do is ask one simple question. So, Andrew, you said that Jamaica is in the problem they're in because of Michael Manley's decision to have these relationships with these communist countries, Venezuela, Cuba, and others. Well, how you explain this? Because your government is benefiting from having this, because your government never built a relationship with the IMF. You know? Only destroy it. But at one point, if it wasn't for Venezuela, we wouldn't even have a relationship because we couldn't manage based off what we want to do. Argument done. I'll have to play the tape. All you have to do is play the tape. If you notice by my TikTok, that we do, you know. Play their own words and destroy them. And the other day I kind of got technical where I went deep into a video and explained how the man is a liar, brother. With the facts and evidence. So like, yo, the man is diabolical. It's amazing. He has no shame. I don't think he have a soul at this point. Bola, I bet you say 90%, 99% of the day, bro, them don't know that. Brother, but me never know it neither. I today me know it, the Rasta man make me know. But it's not about not knowing enough. It's how you respond when you learn something new. When you learn something new, and the facts them, you check it and you see the same facts. Why do you fight the facts? Because you die-hearted? The man I've got talked about Portia Simpson Miller. Portia Simpson Miller know what she do. Why that befall her? But I applaud her for all the other things that she did for the country. But it is what it is. You understand? That's why Pastor Apostle shut the word say, by or before 2027, for the first time, Jamaica is going to have a righteous leader. Not my word. This is a thus saith the Lord. By or before 2027, for the first time, Jamaica is going to have a righteous leader. What that means is that we have not had a righteous leader before. PJ nobody. Not even Michael Manley. All of them flawed in some way. For the first time, Jamaica, we are going to have a righteous leader. So I'm not here with the die-hearted rhetoric. No. It's just the truth of the matter we are dealing with. Truths and rights and justice overall. You understand? Righteousness never fall. Big up Capleton. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, baguette? Yeah. Who do you think you are? We living in a small world. As bad as you think you are, Andrew, we living in a small world. As tough as you think you are. Look at Andrew was saying not afraid of nobody. And a quiver to the United States. And a bow down like one house slave. People don't go watch me video them on YouTube. All of them. Watch me video them on YouTube and share them with some new people here. So the platform can expand. Big up my side and consider becoming a member of BOLO V&R 2.0. Alright? Let's continue.
A collaboration with the Michael Manley administration.
Oh, yeah. So, oh shit, we got Russell in the building. Oh, Russell in the building with the hundo. Shout out to Russell. Russell says, salute to you, Bola. I never gave you a red bubble before. Keep up the grind. Keep hustling your channel. Keep growing. We still support the Deacon Jughead. Respect, player. Hey, man. Thank you, bro. That's a blessing right there. Respect, my brother. Salute to you. Red Bubble Russell in the building. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know Red Bubble Russell is a day one on this platform. You know what I mean? Support it from the jump. Thanks for the 100, bro. Respect. Hope you have a blessed week and I hope the family is good. You know what I mean? Stay solid. You know what I mean? Keep doing you, bro. Alright. So, in terms of Portmore, ladies and gentlemen, the cap space, the room that the Venezuela gave us with that sweet deal for the oil, the room that they gave us, it allowed them to have that space to build Portmore. Do you guys know how much people have a castle in Portmore because of the People's National Party? Not only do they, it never started out as a castle, you know. It started out as an affordable home. Most of the houses in Portmore is a box. Literally a box. One bedroom, everything in a one. A box. The people of Portmore, and you know, this is where vision comes in. The people that got those houses, because they own something, it pushed them to do more for self. Milton, big up yourself. Herbert, big up yourself. Thanks for the follow. It pushed them to do more for themselves. Right? And now those homes that cost what? At the time, maybe 2 million Jamaican dollars. Still a lot of money at that time. But most people couldn't afford that. But this is what the People's National Party did for them. Very affordable housing. Right? At that time. And they paid, over time, and they finished, and they have their own house, and then they build on it, Jamaica. They built on those houses. Now those one apartment that turned into 3-story with more to the side. Listen, those buildings cost a lot of money right now compared to what they were worth then, because the surrounding area has developed into, I don't want to call it a city because I'm not going to play into the gerrymandering of the Jamaica Labour Party, but it's a well-developed community, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of, the amount of infrastructure that's there and housing and stuff like that. And then if you've been to Portmore, because of the influx of the population of people that is there, and the activity, the culture, the music, the vibes cartels, and everybody else that have influence in that area, the radio station, like Portmore have their own radio station, Sun City Radio, mighty God. Sun City, let me see this. People don't bad mind. God is good. See this? Good stuff for your body here. Custard apple. Remember me tell you that. What you say? I chew the same part that I come through, mommy?
Yeah, true other parts, man. You just gotta look it up.
So them Christopher, big up yourself. What is mommy? Them nice bad. Them is they are definitely a delicacy. I have to wait till Billy Davis, what's up? Another day one in the building. Shout out to Billy Davis in the building. So Portmore is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen, and that has created generational wealth for families. Yeah? Yeah? And there's a certain level of pride of owning your own home. You understand? And I think I have to go back to this. When we look at the People's National Party manifesto, there was a comprehensive focus on home ownership and land ownership. And again, Jamaica, we really dropped the ball. I think us, and I'm putting myself in it, I think I needed to do more. I think I needed to do more in reaching out to young people and having them understand how important these policies are to their development, their growth, their children, their children's children, my children, my children's children, the opportunities that the People's National Party was going to give us with those plans that they have. And this is how I know it's not fluff. The stuff that they were proposing, as great as it sounded, they were underselling it. As great as the manifesto of the People's National Party was, they were underselling their plans. They did not give us all their plans, Jamaica. They held back key components to how they would actually get this done. One of those key components that they held back is this that Mr. Julian Robinson said in his budget speech. This is definitely one of the things them for sure. And they said it, They said it in an interview. I believe it's Restraint is Key, exactly, Christopher. They said it in an interview. I believe it's on Colin Bell show or Andre show. One of those shows, he said it. That this was something that they had planned from before the election. This was a strategy to grow the economy. You understand? And expand the budget. Right? So I have to go to it again because, we don't want to just have Mr. Julian Robinson and Mark Golding's speech become a 9-day wonder. Not on this platform. No. We must let these things soak in, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? No doubt. This is it, right here, sir. This is it.
What we would do differently. Madam Speaker, I want to turn to what we would do differently. The government has looked at the revenue gap and has reached for the imposition of new taxes to fund the budget. And the continued drawdown of the NHT.
Somebody say, Mrs. Buchanan say, my land that I own, Bolo, is through Harry Douglas. Thanks to him. Awesome. And that's the other thing. I wanted to say this. With the plans that the PMP had for land ownership and home ownership, we would have seen the greatest transference of wealth from the Jamaican government to the Jamaican people. Yes, all these people that don't have their titles, you know what a title would do for them? They could go to the bank with that title and access collateral. You understand? Doreen say, put on a plan for tomorrow. I'm going to wait. What you say? What you mean by that? What kind of plan? What you mean by that, Doreen? But yeah, it really would have been the greatest transference of wealth from the government. Because remember that they used to call them crown lands, so we don't really own the land. Jamaica has not gone through the final process of making Jamaica a republic, which I believe is by design. Because it's not the PMP fault while it don't happen. The PMP is protecting the people. The things that the Jamaica Labour Party proposed in that reform is the reason why we can't go anywhere. And I believe that the people that HOLNESS is working for don't want the Jamaican people to own the land through the Constitution. They don't want the Jamaican people to have the wealth of the land through the Constitution. This is about power. This is about control. This is about colonialism. And I'm not necessarily talking about the West either. You understand? You have colonialists in the East as well. You understand? So, we, the people of Jamaica, need to understand this, ladies and gentlemen, that the People's National Party under Mark Golding, the man is really for the people. Honestly, he is really for the people. It would have been a massive transfer of wealth all at once to the people of Jamaica with all those lands that people have been on for how much years. You guys see how slow the JLP is with that situation? You know what would have solidified it? Again, the constitutional reform. Another thing about the constitutional reform, ladies and gentlemen, that is key. There's a lot of things that they are looking to change. Stuff that they have signed off on already and agreed to change. But the way how our constitution is now, you can't do without Mark Golding. Mark Golding and the constitution is a problem for the Jamaica Labour Party. You know? There's bigger. These people are real sellouts, you know. They are real sellouts, you know. When I tell you them are some house slave. You remember in America, where the history of America is concerned, and that's why I understand that people are people. Remember in the Underground Railroad, there were white people that helped black people to escape that, you know. That's why I understand that people are people, you know. So when I speak, and I'm not speaking about the entire race of people being a certain way. Sometimes them leadership wicked, and the people them not in our the leadership them in, but it's a sticky situation. Much like how Stacey, how you doing? Good. Thanks for joining. Much like how Andrew HOLNESS is operating in the world now, destroying relationships with Cuba and stuff like that. He doesn't represent all of the Jamaican people. If I did the Jamaican people alone, the Cuban that can not move. And if we do a poll right now, everybody are going to say the same thing. All labor right to agree with me. You have some labor right out there where have sense, you know? You have some labor right out there where have sense. Let me meet one of them one day. My jaw was on the ground and man talk about HOLNESS. And I'm saying, this man was not even cursing. The man just articulate the thing that when me talk about sometime. Yes, there's hope for Jamaica. We have labor rights that have sense.
11.4 billion. We have looked at a standard gap, and we have determined an alternative way to fund the budget while balancing the lives of the Jamaican people.
Yeah, so hold on there, Mr. Julian. Now that Andrew did say, what about the people's test? Well, here it is. We are asking Andrew, what about the people's test? Daisy, how you doing? God and time, big up. What about the people's test, Andrew? Guys, we can get to 50,000 subs, 50,000 likes again. Yo, I feel good about the 50,000 likes on the yesterday. Yo, wanna go on? Yo.
Madam Speaker, we have always said that compliance can bring in more revenues than simply raising new taxes.
Yes.
And I am recommending the implementation of an electronic invoicing system for the tax administration of Jamaica. The first source of this revenue would be this electronic invoicing system, which we estimate would generate an additional 8.6 billion in tax revenues. And I will explain how I came to that figure. Currently, and what this electronic invoicing does. So currently, when businesses make sales, they're required to upload their transaction records for verification by TAJ. The problem with the model is that obligation to upload sits with the business, and there can be slippage. Not necessarily because businesses are deliberately evading the obligations, although that happens, but because it is a system where the seller is responsible for submitting the records. Transactions can go unrecorded, uploads can be incomplete, and there can be a gap between what was earned and what was reported. The electronic invoicing system changes that dynamic fundamentally. Rather than waiting for businesses to upload their records after the fact, the transaction data is captured and transmitted immediately to TAJ automatically at the point of sale. The government is no longer relying on voluntary compliance. The information flows directly and is matched automatically against what has been declared and remitted.
Sefu, send me a WhatsApp message right now. I have some things I'm gonna like if you post in the chat when you are moderate here. Send me a message right now.
The scope for under collection shrinks considerably because the data is already there, verified and auditable, without the business having to do anything beyond completing the sale. We have looked at case studies in other parts of the world. In particular, the impact that electronic invoicing has had in Central and Latin America. In Mexico, where this has been implemented, declared revenues increased by 14% in the 3 years after the electronic invoicing system became mandatory. In Uruguay, VAT, which is the equivalent of our GCT, and corporate income tax collections rose by an estimated 3.7% when the system became compulsory. In Peru, taxable sales reported to the tax authority increased by 7% in the first year alone. Chile, which pioneered this model in Latin America, saw over 8 million electronic tax documents being processed monthly at the point of maturity, covering more than a quarter of all tax documents issued in the country. The pattern is consistent wherever this has been implemented. Better data means better compliance. And better compliance means more revenues from the same tax rates without asking anyone to pay more than what they owe. The experience...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sound solution. Any argument that is being put out there about how long it's going to take, brother, start now. You know, listen, we are in a desperate situation economically, you know. Jamaica is in a dire situation economically, you know. Inflation is already high. Gas prices, we're vulnerable to that. We're not producing enough food. We don't have food security. There's a water crisis coming up, in case you guys are not reading the newspaper, coming from the Minister of Water, or whatever I want to name, Mr. Matis Amuda. I don't remember which ministry him actually cover, but him a deal with water. Them actually come out in the article and tell us to look out for these droughts. Active fire, big up. Yes, and it is structured that way, Christopher. So, Jamaica, we don't have enough food for ourselves. The food that we're importing is vulnerable to these oil prices. So our importation bill is going to get higher automatically. There's another thing that the government is doing in their budget that the JMEA people came out in the article and talked about. The lady pretty much said we were at 75%. That was good where imports are concerned, right? They have put it to 100. So what the people would do is get the stuff them imported. Between the 25% that's left, that would be their area of markup where they can actually make a profit. When they put it to 100 now, simply explain, the markup is going to go over the 100. So it's going to be more expensive than it could ever be before. That is bad. But what makes it worse is that the imported goods that come in, well, those things are going to be cheaper. Because when you buy the stuff them to sell it back, you have to put a markup price on it to earn. The stuff them are coming for just sell that way, just normal. We in a the companies them manufacture them and say, yo, Virgin wanna do. The man them a ball out. So it's like everywhere we turn Makajukwe with this government. There is no the money is like a cancer to the economy. And they're doing it. It's not like they don't have other solutions. When the PMP come with the sound solution, the man them don't take the solution, them then go with the same thing and stay wrong and strong and put the country in a one bind. And Mr. Rastan Iman said it this morning on Colin Bell show. The man them is going down the same path that they did when we got locked out from the IMF. And the same old playbook, Christopher. Is the same old playbook. Jamaica, listen to me. We have to wise up and rise up. You understand? We have to rise up and wise up. Right? And you see, it in terms of rise up and wise up, that could take many different forms. But you see, the real battle is spiritual. But we still need people to take to the streets peacefully and protest. I tell you guys already, I've given you guys real tangible suggestions that can have us navigate protesting the government without them using police force and army against us in any way. If we take our life. Because we don't trust them and we understand what they will do. You understand what I deal with? But what I'm saying is this. The social media is so powerful. It's so powerful. Let us choose a week, not a day. Let us choose a week of online protests. I am shifting the gear now. Let us choose a week of online protests. Choose the time of the day. Let it be a peak hour. Between the hours of 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. for 5 hours straight. Well, not 5, that's not 5, that's 5 hours, yeah. For 5 hours straight, Jamaica, we'll be online protesting key issues. We're going to go online and we're going to use one hashtag. What we need on the hashtag is the demands of the people. Andrew HOLNESS and the government must resign. That's what we're asking for. And this is why. First of all, they have not garnered our trust. Trust has been eroded. We don't trust them to lead this nation. And furthermore, we believe that they are indirectly and directly responsible for subtle genocide taking place in Jamaica. I have said this before. From the police, them unaliving people, to the states at the hospital, right? And the lack of urgency where those things are concerned in fixing them, or you fix them. The body-worn cameras. And I heard Mr. Golden talk about it in the parliament, and somebody on the other side was talking about, oh, yes, body-worn camera. I lie them I tell. There's not enough body-worn cameras out there. How much police? Do the maths. Them say them procure 1,000. Yeah, them say them procure no more. What are they using most of the body-worn cameras for? For the money where they do traffic ticket. We see them with body-worn cameras. So, and you hear what Mr. Isaac Buchanan said? He's a lawyer, he's in court. They use body-worn cameras in court for evidence. So when them say there's not a system, Jamaica, they don't want the system up. Because them a kill off with pitney them, our brother and our sister. That is the truth of the matter. I'm going to answer that with the water in our mouth. You understand what I deal with? And Mark Stewart said it. Whoever put the death order on the Jamaican people, they will die, thus saith the Lord. Yeah, man. Death is going to come to them and their family, man. Whoever sign off on it in the government, death is going to come to them and their family. No apology. I'm telling you, I've been saying it. This government decisions is going to and is resulting in subtle genocide. What is happening? Is it that Jamaican people are running away or they're dying in Jamaica? The hospital are killing off the people. The baby them when they're born yet are dead. Because of the hospital. Because of the conditions. A man get a head injury and go to the hospital. No CT scan. But them a buy drill for $30 million. And this morning me hear Mr. Alfred Dawes on Colin Bell show speaking about it again. Did you guys know that Dr. Alfred Dawes was not sued by this company where by the drill? I know him not get sued. I know him not get sued. No paper no reach him. But there's a 2-year period. So I wait and see about the sue thing. But he want them to sue him because the information on him have, the man said when it is revealed who is actually the owner of the company where buy the drill. Apparently the parliament them there right now. Apparently based on me I go play it. Hold on the Jamaica. Me I go play it.
The doctors and nurses from the diaspora to come back and give some service. So we can't.
Team who got us locked out of the multilateral system. Yeah?
Is the cause for the collapse of the program.
Yeah,
now, why
that's
is
what the
it
government
that
said, but me and you know Dr.
no,
Dawes said.
well, become more urgent because we are giving.
Yeah.
And what they found was that they had tried to paint me as a gangster, and after that they tried to paint me as dishonest. So if you look at a lot of their releases, especially from the quote-unquote affiliate groups, which are no more than letterheads for the communications group, they try to paint me as dishonest and untrustworthy because the truths that I speak are very damaging to them, and nothing that I've spoken has come out to be untrue.
Hey!
All right.
So they're going to try the whole corruption thing, and they're going to come with something else at some point.
Before you go, the drill situation. Where's that, Dr. Dawes?
The drill situation.
Yes.
The drill is being probed by the Integrity Commission.
Yes.
And I believe that the Auditor General had written to them.
Yes.
But he said the drill is just the tip of the iceberg, you know. And when it comes out about the ownership of the company,
listen,
who they are, and the position that they're in and the connections that they're in, you'll start to see pieces of the puzzle coming together to understand why I was so dogged in my pursuit with that that drill.
You were sued. Is that lawsuit still active?
No, man, they didn't serve me. That was to get me to be quiet.
After that, they never sue you.
If they sued me, it would go to court and everything I know would have come out.
Aye.
And they don't want everything I know to come out.
I said to them, bring it on, sue me.
There's a reason why I was so confident.
Hey.
Because the best defense for defamation is the truth.
Yes.
So I wasn't served. And they know where to find me because I am in parliament with them Tuesday.
People.
You hear what I'm saying? Them know where to find me because I'm in parliament with them Tuesday. Jamaica using a deductive reasoning. The person that owned that company is a politician serving right now in the parliament. Him never called a name. But one out of the people them they over there up on the JLP side, in the government with him. Him said them know if you find him because him in a parliament with them on Tuesday. Jamaica. It's a nasty government, this, you know. And God have to take them down. Them is so entrenched in the corruption. And God have to take them down. Them so entrenched in evil and witchcraft. God have to take them down. You hear what I say? And God have to take them. They are walking in the manner and behaving in the manner like they are untouchable because they know what they have structured in place. And Jamaica, you know, spiritually them have up on lockdown, so when you not bust no great. When you not march, when you not take it to the streets, when you not do nothing. You have become docile. No nanny of the maroon spirit. That energy there. No Paul Bogle. No Marcus Garvey. No Bob Marley. When my man they name the next bridging, the Rasta bridging. We always did it with Bob. Some would have saying rival. The one who love cuss body what. None of them the energy they in the system. Don't do some of my Rasta man them right now. We're in the music. The man them give up the fight, brother. The man them give up the fight. Peter Touch, thank you so much. Primrose. Peter Touch. Spirit of Peter Touch. It's not there. It's not there. And I'm telling you, this time now is easier to navigate and protest than any other time. We have all the tools we need to raise the alarm to the world that we know this government does not share our confidence and they must go. But that has to be a genuine protest. Nobody can pay on if you do that. You must have your own conviction and decide that enough is enough. I am already there now. That's why I do what I do on my platform now. I am already there. I don't need to hear anything more. As a matter of fact, all the worst things that I'm hearing about the Jamaica Labour Party in terms of historically compared to right now, it just is like adding log to the furnace that is already burning at 2 gazillion Fahrenheit. I am already at the point where enough is enough. That's why I come on here and I give the commentary that I give and point out the things I point out, because it's important for persons to know that didn't know like myself, because I wasn't following up. I am here for the people, especially that is like me, that never follow politics. I am here for the the 70%, the 65% of Jamaican people that did not vote because them believe say this side and that side I see thing. Only me there for. BOLO V&R is here to target you. And the person that watch me, if you know those people, share these live streams with them. Because I'm going to be honest about the PMP failures. I'm going to be honest. Yes. Nobody not perfect. But when you have a government now that it appears that they are deliberately trying to destroy this good nation, that is treason. I believe I believe actions and inactions that the Andrew HOLNESS-led government has done or not done are treasonous to the Jamaican people. That is my opinion. Yes, I believe they have committed treason against the Jamaican people. Firing the Cuban doctors and running them where is treasonous. That's just a recent treason when them coming. Without, and remember, you know how long them negotiate, and they never put no contingency in place for the Cuban doctor then. They didn't search the ends of the earth to make, listen, they couldn't have lost. Even if they got more people in the healthcare system, more healthcare professionals, while the Cubans were here and they were negotiating, even if they got more people, they couldn't have lost. You know why? Because we've heard the reports that the nurses and the doctors are overworked. They're working 48-hour shifts, ladies and gentlemen. They don't have the right equipment. Them start right foolishness and I give people prescription where the people must say, no, but me allergic to this. There's all types of horror stories because the people them tired. It's not a fault of the doctor them and the nurse them. They are overworked. They are being enslaved by this current administration with the conditions that they have put them in. Again, another treasonous action because of inaction. They come and tell us that they spend the most money where healthcare is concerned. And I had called Andre the other night to end the program last night. I'd called him. That was a great conversation between Isaac and Noel. And even the interview with Mr. Cleveland Tomlins. See? It was a great show. Entertaining, informative, great show. Right? Great collaborations there. Very educative. You have to definitely, if you haven't listened to that, you definitely need to go check that out. Overworked and underpaid Primrose. Overworked and underpaid. And this is allowing them to become demotivated. There's two types of people. No, let me scratch that. There's three types of people in professions that need to have a sound mind and be happy. Because their job is high stress job. One, teachers. Teachers, no, as a matter of fact, there's four. Teachers. Teachers is one. Doctors and nurses is one. Police and soldiers is another. They need to be in environments where you make it at least stressful at part. Give them every single resource they need to do their jobs. Every single resource they need to do their jobs. Remember the police, their lives up on the line, you know. That are enough stress already, you know. Oh, I have to put in fireman in it too. Although, you know, they probably don't get as much action and work, but they need to be ready at all times. Fireman. Because we hear some horror stories about the fireman them too, you know. Desmond Mackenzie. All of these guys are just a failure to the people of Jamaica. When you don't have when you have a police force that is not fully equipped, that is genocide to the people. Isn't the police supposed to be saving lives? Then if they're not properly equipped, that means a life was lost because of you, the government. That is called subtle genocide. And as the bodies pile up, it is genocide. When you neglect to use our tax dollars properly, to equip the hospitals, the nurses with basic equipment, with high-level equipment that is needed for public hospitals, beds, ambulances, CT scans, etc. You name it. And persons die as a result of that. Babies die as a result of that. That is genocide. So, I can argue my point about genocide where this government is concerned because of their inaction and lack of their inaction and actions. I can argue that point. I have a solid point where that is concerned. Good evening, how are you doing, Matthew? Right? Now, one of the biggest protests that we could have protested is September 3rd. And I'm speaking to the persons that did not come out and vote. I'm speaking to you. You are worse than the Labour right then. You are worse than the Labour right then that vote for Andrew Holness. Yeah, man. There's more of you than anybody will vote for PNP or JLP. Imagine if only they vote. You are worse than the Labour right then. No, it's the truth. No, hey, may I tell you the truth? Cast it what it will, you know. Cast it what it may, I'm going to tell you the truth. You are worse than the Labourites. You are more responsible for the decay of the country. More than the Labourite them. Because every 4 or 5 years, you had an opportunity to be the catalyst to change the trajectory of where Jamaica is going. And you sat by and said, me not vote. And you watch the country burn. What them say? You're an accomplice to the crime in law. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You drive the criminal guard his spot. Right? Or even they stand by and watch a man about to burn down a house with a whole lot of people in there. You did not take up the phone and call the authorities. You are complicit to the crime. But let's continue with Mr. Dr. Alfred Dawes.
You all knew that? Me never.
Breaking news.
Dr. Dawes, me think y'all tell me say you had the thing in court that we can't talk more about. That's what I expect to hear.
No. At some point, they may serve me. They have 2 years. And that's basically just the time me up in court because they know that, like I said, when it comes out, you know.
You say you have to run, so
I have to run, so we'll catch up another time. Eh?
But Dr. Dawes, just before you go, what does the government do now with the shortage of doctors we are going to have? What do we do? And what people will have to start? Just that before you go.
We have to take better care of ourselves. And we have to find an alternative to the Cubans that are departing. We have to expand very rapidly our training program. We have to see if we can attract the doctors and nurses from the diaspora to come back and give some service. So we can't sit by idly and just throw our hands up in the air. We have to get cracking right now because, like I said, because of the poor handling of the situation, by offering them the subcontractors contracts, we expedited their removal from the system. All right, God help us all, I can say.
Yeah.
And take care of yourself, don't get sick.
Go and pray. Bless up. One love.
Hear the man say, God help us all, take care of yourself, and don't get sick. That is the shadow spokesperson on health. Jamaica, I don't think I understand what the man said a while ago. You know? The man said, God help us all. Take care of yourself and don't get sick. I don't know why people still are fighting. You know? Why do still have conflict and a knife and them something there? Why not drive hard on the road? All Jamaicans should be walking as if you don't want jinx to come by you. We're supposed to walk on eggshells. We're supposed to be super careful. Mr. Monk style. Okay, my darling. Jamaica, we can't afford to get sick. It's serious.
Yeah.
Teacher in
Those
class.
those are massive economic. Those are massive economic benefits. Yeah, we were locked out of the multilateral community between 2012 and 2013. The joke is the multilateral community was when Jamaica is going to fail. The Prime Minister was an important part of the administration that got us locked out of the multilateral community. So
he was leader of business.
Wanna hear that? Splash did you big up yourself, my bro? Wanna hear that? But just wanna play your MP in a Splash Digi, Dr. Alfred Dawes, you know. Yeah, man. See it there? Just wanna play your MP, man. Why, may I tell you? People, wanna hear the man say a while ago? We got locked out. The joke at the IMF was when Jamaica is going to fail. When Jamaica is going to fail. They expected us to fail. They expected us to fail, Jamaica. Mighty God.
He was government business in the house.
Yeah. So who is he trying to fool? So most of the economic benefits that we're getting now was from foreign policies that was developed by Mike and Manley and the People's National Party. Total lie.
All right, we have a call on the line. Now we're going to take this call.
Rasta now play with them in the man.
But we have a problem with them because while at the same time,
back past summer where we talk already. And when he put on bad mind, I him pick up Mark Golden phone, Khan, and him at the phone. Listening no
Splash the respect for the gifts them, G. Listen, Jamaica. Don't make Andrew own it. No, you can imagine the man do a speech. You know where people remember the foolishness them talk about water and the anti-bad mind act. That was the highlight of Andrew Owen's speech. How disgraceful for a leader of a country in a time when we have a war in Iran that is going to affect us. The man come into the parliament with gimmicks when the lives are... The man don't care for the one dead. That's how me get from it. Andrew Owen don't care if the people they want dead for hungry. It's just the truth. He's laughing in our faces because he's having money, you know. And he make sure take him $20 million, you know. And all I'm back pay, you know. Right? Christopher said, the kind of folks would give you a bucket with holes and expect you to deliver says it all. Yes! Yes! Andrew Owners give people in basket for car water. And you know, basket already have hole in there. But them put some bigger hole in there with a tax. This a tax up there. This a new tax plan here. This government, I am fully convinced everything when Pastor Chambers said, him and point about the government. Yeah. Everything when Mark Stewart said, man. That's what he in the background. No, it's a correction, bowler. And Jonas have Jamaica people tax money. Mighty God, that's a whole other conversation now, strategy. I stand corrected, sir. I stand corrected. You understand? Wow. I'm gonna tell you, man.
If it is, we know say him a piggyback out. Corn.
While he was,
All right. Go ahead, Raleigh.
yeah, so
He said nothing about English never come up.
Alright, so I don't remember Anjole speaking about any war. I heard him talk about the current power structure geopolitically of the world right now. I never heard him go into any specifics about the war in Iran and how the Jamaican government is going to navigate the war in Iran. I never heard that. Brother, USA, I feel it in the people in the USA. Yo, them angry with Trump right now. If we go start the war, you know? Everything going up, you know. So I don't want nobody feel like say this is some joke thing. When I see them, the people they have a ball and other people around the world are cry. If you listen to even the government, the Prime Minister of Canada, that man is so in touch with the reality. The effects of all of this. And as a leader, you have to navigate your people around. Sometimes, sorry, say, man, I want nerd. You know how cool it would be if I could have like. Sometimes, sorry, say, man, I want nerd. You know how cool it would be if I could have like build my own power source. Natural power source. Mark Carney, thank you so much, Matthew. Hey, man, some bright people in that place, you know. Mark Carney. You understand what I'm saying? The man are laughing in our face. From me, say NWC put out a statement say those water are not sold. And this is why I have no respect for nobody in the Jamaica Labour Party. Because I want to hold out for Matthew Samuda. Because he seemed quiet and he seemed sound. And he seemed like him appear as if he's trying to do his job. With some level. Like different to them. But what I saw from him in that gimmick with Andrew HOLNESS, it tells me that he's no different from them. He's a clown just like them. All of them over Labour Party are clowning. You know? Laughing in the face, pick up yourself strategy again. Laughing in the face of the people of Jamaica. Sharon said for detox, drink alkaline beverage, fruits and rest, and avoid hospital. No, Sharon. Me and Miss Alone, someone I talk about this same thing the other day. You know? And him say about BOLO. The people them can't afford them something the way I talk about. There's levels. And like I said, people might say, you know, oh, you can't just tell me say pray and ask God for guidance. And there's many different suggestions that have been given that you can implement. Jamaica, I'm going to tell you one quick story. Just a quick story about myself. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. My mother has been an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. There's ups and downs. You understand what I say? Sometimes God put things in place for you. For a rainy day, you not even know it, you know. Understand? Yeah, sometimes God put things, right? And God knows that comes. So God, all right. As my child, you're gonna need this help. So let me send you the help from now. Before you even go down on your knee and pray, God will answer your prayer then. How amazing. How amazing, man. Before you even go down on your knee to oh God love we. before we even go down on we knee and pray. Where say Sharon, the live a break up? Yeah, them keep cutting off my live. You hear me clear now? 6 big up. Sharon, you hear me clear now, Sharon? I don't know why them attack BOLO V&R 2.0, you know. Why them attack BOLO?